What's up, everyone? This is Nate, and I'm back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, today I went to check out the sequel to the movie Smile. This, of course, called Smile 2. I know, very inventive, very creative. Smile 2. So I went to check this out in a moderately full theater, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents. But before I do, if you would, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Leave me a thumbs up down below and leave me a comment. Did you like this movie? Did you not like it? Do you not want to see it? Do you want to see it? I want to know your thoughts. Okay, Smile 1 or Smile, I liked. I thought it was good. I thought it was kind of a surprising movie, like it was a curse movie, classic curse movie thing like The Ring or something like that, where something happens, you're cursed, protagonist tries to escape the curse, has a certain amount of time to do it. That's pretty much what it is. Did some unique things, pretty gory, pretty nasty, so I liked it. So I enjoyed that movie. I think I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. This one, we have a new cast, all new characters, new location. So this actually stars Naomi Scott, who I think she's a good actress. I've only really seen her in like Aladdin and Charlie's Angels, which I didn't like, but she was in those movies. This also stars Rosemary DeWitt, and we do also get Kyle Gallner from the first movie. He's kind of the connecting tissue, and if you've seen that movie, then you know how it ended for him, and he's the one who kind of leads us into this movie. Also, very funny to me, I don't know why, Drew Barrymore is in this movie as Drew Barrymore, like doing her talk show. So like they actually got her to film the Drew Barrymore show, like a fake one, with our lead character, and then she's playing Drew Barrymore. So I thought that was kind of cool just to see Drew Barrymore in a horror movie again. This one follows Naomi Scott. She's a pop star, and somehow, some way, of course, we're spoiler free here. Somehow, some way, she ends up getting this curse attached to her, the smile curse. She, of course, has a few days to try to figure out what's going on and try and get rid of it. Where I will give this movie major kudos is in a lot of ways, actually. I like this one better than the first one. I think the first one's really good. I don't really have any big, huge problems with it. This one, though, I like the fact that they have a whole new cast, all new characters. Again, you do have one returning character, but that's it. And I wish more movies did this. Like this is a sequel, absolutely a sequel to the first movie, but it feels like its own movie. And honestly, if you were to just watch this movie without seeing the first one, it would still work. Like it would still function and be watchable, which I like. I like movies like that, where if you've seen the first one, beautiful, it ties in perfectly great. If you didn't, it still works on its own. Also, this movie's pretty gory again. I would dare say this one's a little bit grosser than the first movie. So I was here for it. Definitely has some gnarly gore scenes with some of the deaths. So that was cool. Also, the movie's pretty scary. I heard a lot of people when I was walking out of the theater, like talking, and they're like, man, that was pretty scary. And one thing this movie does well is, like the first movie, I'm not a huge jump scare guy in the sense that I don't really like them. This movie has some good payoffs when it uses the jump scares. For example, they do build up the suspense before the jump scares, which for me, I'm okay with, because now you've sort of built up this, dread of like, like something's going to happen. Where's it going to be? What's it going to be? And then there's a payoff. I'm okay with that. The jump scares I don't like is when it's random, like two people walking down the street and you're just expecting, nothing to happen. And then all of a sudden, like, a car hits one of them. To me, those are a little cheap. This one doesn't really have too many of those. There's one maybe that qualifies as that, but I think overall it's more so they have gotten you nervous and then they give you the little punch. So I like that. Also, it's got to be said, this one, the directing in this movie, better than the first movie. The movie opens with a long take, which was awesome. I thought it was very well done, very cool. There's another long take later in the film, but it's shorter, a shorter long take. But the one that opens, the one shot that opens the movie is fantastic. I thought it was really great. There's also a scene in a car where Naomi Scott's character is talking to her ex-boyfriend, who's played by Jack Nicholson's son, by the way, who, in the first movie you had Sosie Bacon, of course, the daughter of Kevin Bacon. And this time we got the son of Jack Nicholson. So we got all these like old horror movie people's kids in these Smile movies. It's pretty cool. Anyway, it's in a car and it's like a conversation between the two, and the way it's shot, I thought it was really fun. So he tried a lot of different things. So the movie, again, feels like a sequel, but feels like its own thing, and it's different. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. On the downside, it's a little long. I thought the first one was a little long. This one's also a little long. It's over 2 hours. So I wish they would trim it down maybe 15 minutes, honestly. Also, the story, similar to the first one, like there's some stuff where I'm like, I don't really know how everything functions. And I wish there was not too much exposition, but just a little more. Anyway, besides that, I think this movie's really good. A great follow-up. If you like Smile 1, I think you'll like this. And if you didn't like it, you might like this one better. So I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's still not perfect. Again, a little long, could have been trimmed, but 8 out of 10, a very good horror movie for October. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Smile 2. I will be back next week with another Out of the Theater review, and until then, take it easy.